Well, I think that the most useful thing is to be persistent with social media. I must admit I have sold quite a bit through online sales, whether it's social media or there's a few different online venues. And I think you really need to be constantly putting your work out there, something every day, whether it's just something little or whatever. You have to be persistent. You can't just be once a week or something, maybe a few times a week. But as long as you are persistent in keeping it so that people are seeing it, because you can be the most fantastic painter ever, but if you never put your work out there for people to see, nobody's going to know about your beautiful work and where to buy it. So the main thing is you've got to get it in front of people's noses so that they can actually see, And I think I had this lovely man who commissioned me to do his portrait a while ago, and he gave me this little saying about persistence. And I'll just grab it. It's just over here, and I'll read it to you. Okay, so refuse to accept failure. He sent me this. He's a lovely man. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. And so he was 84 when he commissioned me to paint him, and we've stayed friends ever since. It must have been about 10 years ago, I think, or more. And he sent me this little thing, which he framed, and I have it in my studio to make me realize, because sometimes when, you put your work in shows and you don't get accepted, and there's a whole lot of, what's that syndrome? Imposter syndrome, and the whole thing that you mentally go through. I read this about persistence, refuse to accept failure. So just press on and don't give up and be persistent. I think that's the best advice that I've had. And so, when it comes to your art, you have to do the work, but you have to also learn about these new platforms, about social media and putting it out in front of people and entering shows, entering competitions, anywhere that can get your work in front of people. Absolutely. I think that would be my best advice. So just keep at it and, just be persistent about it. Don't just do a whole lot and then forget about it. You have to kind of do a little bit. Have I done a little bit today? And, sometimes I listen to podcasts about art and, podcasts like yours and, try and learn how other people do things. Yeah. And just try and add to your knowledge about, that sounds interesting. Maybe I'll try that, or, try different things and, be flexible, I suppose.